Whoa. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mr. McNasty, today I have to take my wife to the doctor, talk about her surgery, and when it's going to be. Ooh, good luck, Mr. Big Nasty. Hope everything goes well for you. Who else is here? I'm the first one. You were. Yes, Mr. Big Nasty, you're the only one right now, I believe. Maybe, who knows? I have a no, no, probably don't. It's all gravy though. Appreciate you coming in. You're probably just going to be doing a lot of farming today, so it's going to be a chill day. Smoke some weed. Ah. Hi, baby. I hope everything goes well. I took today off from work, Mr. Big Nasty says. I hope everything goes. I'll just call you Big Nasty. Big Nasty. They would just call you Nasty. What's up, Nasty? But yes, we it certainly is. It certainly is, Miss Elise. How are you this morning? It certainly is. What happened in the shop last night? That's cool. I like that skin. Jen, she looks mean. Relax Fit Jonesy, I still need. Um, uh, yeah, at least I hope you're doing well this morning. Doing okay, chilling before I have to clock in. Nice. Um, Big Nasty over there has taken the day off. He is taking his wife to the doctor's appointment to talk about a doctor's appointment. I hope everything's okay with the little lady there, Mr. Nasty. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get into a little bit of a farming skin. Oh, that's the other one. That's the other skin I should have been rocking. You know what? I want a mohawk. That's what I want. Where's my mohawk, dude? That'll work. Maybe. Jax! Good morning! How are you this morning, Jax? I hope you're doing well. She's crazy. That's the yo. What it do, Hutch? What it do? She's gonna have ortho. She's gonna have a scope. Been off for the last week because I was sick, and I'm not looking forward to going back. Oh, poor Lisa. I'm sorry. A lot of time farming on Lego while I was out. Ha! I need to do the farming myself. That's what I'm about to do right now. A good bit of farming right meow. Surprise. Holy smokes. Well, alright. Damn, Tybrex. Ah. Red Danny! Good morning, Red Danny. How are you this morning? How's your day so far? Been a minute since I've seen you, buddy. Glad to have you, though. Alright, if you guys partake, we can partake together. Y'all want to partake together? You hit exclamation mark 420 in that chat. We'll hit this shit together. I'll make sure that you guys get a lot of it. How's that sound? I'll blow it in your ears and up your nose and all kinds of shit. Your ass is gonna be high as fuck. Been lurking a lot recently. Oh, well, then we appreciate the lurk, Red Danny. Yeah, hell yeah. Lurk, you ain't even gotta say anything, bro. But we appreciate you saying something. Alright, chat. I need to farm. I need to get my wood and my granite. I need to get those rookie numbers up. Right now, I'm going to go through all the chests that I have sitting around at all the other locations, and I'm going to empty them and fill up the ones at the main storage base. So it's going to be a bit of a boring stream, unless you like watching somebody farm and fill boxes up. Oh, I'm talking and not hitting this shit. My bad, chat. My bad. That's on me. What? I love Gwen Stefani. Oh, Rooster, you got your just in time. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yep. All right, so we're gonna put the brakes on this build for just a sec or just a minute, and we're gonna go farm. Chat. Farming has to happen. But not here, not this location. I need to farm some caves is what I need to do. Well, matter of fact, let's go to the next cave that I see. Oh, actually, you know what? I gotta empty my inventory before I do this. That's a good idea, though. Caves. Caves for rocks. Alright, let's go here first. I'll give you my word. Took a calculated risk and farmed a lot of obsidian and gold for the new pyramid coming on Thursday. Ho ho ho. I've got a ton of obsidian and obsidian slab. I don't have a lot of gold though. That's a smart move, Danny. It's a smart move. Rooster, how did the dirt moving go yesterday? Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay. Metal plates, iron bars. See, I am like lacking on a lot of stuff. I've been doing a fair bit of building lately, so my stockpile is not where it needs to be. Even more so since they upped the inventory on all the chests. I'm extremely behind on farming, and I need to turn enemies on as well. I just fly up there. Yeah, I turn fly mode, or not fly mode, but I turn the enemies back on. I'll be able to get essence. I am I am lacking in essence pretty bad. Horns? Yeah. Claws, rather. Your eyes. Right. Oops. Ooh. Well, my chest looks so skinny now. Okay. Empty out all of the machines. See what we come up with. Anything else going? Anything else going? Anything else going? No. Okay. Drawstring. Any of these working? No. Any of those? No. Stuff downstairs though. Okay. Spicy peppers. I got a lot of pepper seeds. Got some glass from Raven as well. Might get some bright core as well. Oh, is that where it is? Got it all done. 3 hours worth of work. Ooh, that's fast. Boss says we have houses to park on properties today. Going to bring the baby oil just in case. What? Oh, oh, you're going to be squeezing in all the houses. I get it now. Sorry, I thought you were. I was thinking something else. I'm like, damn, are you christening all these houses? That's gross, Rooster. All right, all right. That's all empty. um, and let's see, we have a machine out there, but let's go over. Okay, no chest there. There's no chest there. There's chests on the. Okay, there's chests on the oil rig that I gotta grab. And there's chests over here. Like I said, today's gonna be a big farming day. So, um, I'm gonna be collecting all the stuff from the builds that aren't finished and are finished. And just putting them in my full inventory to see where I stand. Or where we stand. Hi. Oh wait, I didn't need to say hi. Hi. Nice to meet you too. You here to chat? You want to talk jobs? You don't need to work. You just gotta hang out. It's cool. All right. You want to hear? I'm here to chat too. What's up? Really? I did not know that. A whole giant skateboard? That's awesome. I could probably get that half pipe built, but right now I'm doing something. All right. So you just have a good one. We found our wood, chat. We found our granite. Holy smokes. Well, why have you been holding all this stuff? Really? Miss Mossy. Amazing. I, I don't even know what to call you anymore. Not my friend. Okay. I do not have a vehicle, so should I fly back and forth or should I? I think flying's probably faster than trying to jump on a bus. It's just going to be monotonous. It's going to be so boring to watch, man. It's back and forth, to back and forth, to back and forth. Maybe a bus stop with me. Oh. I thought about it. If it's a distance run, I probably will. But I really do think that the time that I'm taking to get from the chest back to the main storage is maybe milliseconds, but I still feel like it's less time. I feel like I would be getting off the bus right about now, and then I'd be flying down. Now I'm already here. Hey, again. I know it's been so long. I really can't hang out right now if that's cool. Okay. I got one more run. I got one more run. Oh, I'm lucky. I don't think I've experienced the bugs. Well, just it not wanting to let me off sometimes. But eventually it does. Well, hello there, Power Pansy. How are you today? Oh, little baby girls. Whoa. Gosh, a lot of raspberries. I've got to turn all those raspberries into charred raspberries. Okay. Shrooms. Um, bananas. Banana. Chillberries. Upstairs. Glass. Glass powder. All right. Wow, I got more granite than I thought I had. 4:20 o'clock, biatch. Oh, yeah. What up, Xbox? Let's do that. Let's put myself on a trajectory to get over. Oh, is that how fast it goes? Wow. Not liking that. Yeah, I got my bone right there. Yo, good morning, Mayberry. Just chilling, hanging out in the garden today for a while. I love autumn. Oh, man. Right? It's 65 degrees this morning when I woke up, or just recently when I checked it. Oh, nice. Damn your love, damn your love. Hello! Again! Okay, cool. I don't remember you, buddy. I don't remember you. Take off. And I'm outie. Morning, Lizzie Lou. Hello. What you got going on this morning? Did you get to work already? Or are you on your way? You about to clock in? Working? 9 to 5. Had an eventful last couple minutes. Had Chipmunk in the office. Hell yes. I hope it survived. I hope it survived the ordeal. You don't have to tell me if it did not. Started at 7:30. Holy Jesus. Oh, we're fried or we're grilled. What is it? We only got two grills. Two grills in all of the land. I beg to differ. We've got grills all over the land. Let's go out into this apartment. Let's go down into the kitchen. I bet we'll find a grill. Hey, man, look at that. Look at that grill. Look, look. Bam. See, I planned for this. All right, cool. We'll leave this apartment. All right, let's up to the next. Hello, hello, knock, knock. Can I use your grill? Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Oh, wow. Whoever designed your layout here, kind of a little weird with the grill over here. I don't understand what's. It's like maybe this should have been over here in the corner, and the grill should have been here. I mean, I don't know who designed this place, but you should probably check into that. All right, well, I gotta go. I'll be back for those raspberries. So, ooh, hello. Can I use your grill? Awesome. Yo, okay, your neighbor's setup is jacked. All right, well, appreciate you. Oh shit, you got a door here. Look at that, chat. What? I tell you what, man, it's like almost like I had planned it or something. I didn't. You're the only one here, which is fine by you. Whoa, did you kill the chipmunk? I hope you catch and released it. Ah, no. 39. All right. Word. Go and grab that. We'll grab that. Grab that. Okay. Now we've got to go to the oil rig, which is just as close, I feel. So I could roll over there too. Oh, okay. My bad. I could never heard of Chippy. Word, I gotta check it. I gotta check it. He was so cute. Yes, I got him outside. Oh, wake up. What's the old man doing over here? Nothing. Alright, word. Just chilling, watching the oil rig destroy his fishing lanes. Oh, baby crow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your foot or claws. Okay. Can't remember if I have any extra chests around here. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Oh my. I could never hurt a chippy. I'm all caught up. That's um that's awesome that you got it outside. Oh, I should just break these. I don't need them. Right? No, no, no. Let's go ahead and put this back down here. Let's break the green ones. Okay. Wow. A lot more stuff than I thought I had. So we'll do some wood and granite farming. See if I can fill up those chests. I don't think I have any more chests here or materials. I like how I filled my stuff with just filled my areas with random stuff, and that Logan cat filled his up with like actual what it would actually be like. His shit looks so realistic. Oh man. Oh, hey, does anybody have a transaxle for a 67 VW Beetle? Just yeah, I'm asking for a friend. Well, what are you doing? Hey, what's up? How are you? Continue, continue, continue. All right, yeah, you do. Yeah, okay, work. You do whatever you gotta do, girl. All right. We have a visitor? I don't think we do. Oh, Snap, we sure enough do. Hello. Nice to meet you, Sparkplug. Yeah? Here. Live in my village. You have a spot for me to sleep? Yes. Make yourself at home. That's awesome. I've been trying to get you here in this village for so long. This is great. I wish you knew how to get out though. But it's cool. Alright, alright. I got my boat. This way is home. Is home that way? Home is that way. I'm gonna take my boat. Take my boat home. Do I have anything on here? Nope. Nope. Yep. Oh, rocks. I I didn't know you were there. Ooh, Lizzie, that's smart. Yeah, that's real smart, actually. Oh, snap. What in the hell? I didn't even see that. Word. Yeah, we have a place here in town, um, or not here in town, but here in Georgia, where I would have to, I mean, I'd have to go probably a good couple hours, but, there's there's a big big bug shop that's been here since like the 70s or something. And they're just they're just old and don't really keep it up anymore, I think. But you can still find some good stuff in there. I have to check it out. Harold's, Harold, Harold VWs of Georgia, something like that. I'm not sure. All right, well, the copper is no longer full. So there's that. I didn't realize I had an egg. Oh, I got an egg from the other, the other. I gotta find that site that they list on. Sure, it's like a Craigslist where you can just say you're in this area and it'll only show the area or your parameters. Now that I'm back here, take all, deposit. All right, take all, deposit. You see, chips. Okay. Okay. Egg. My mom's my mom's SUV that she has, some Ford Explorer type Escape or folk. I don't know. It's one of those new things. Um, anyways, the seat belt on it is is jacked up. Like it takes me probably a good 2 to 3 minutes of tugging on it the entire time. Just like minusculely. Lady, welcome in, lady. How are you this morning? The power of friendship. How are you this morning, lady? I don't know why I'm looking at it. I need to figure out where I'm going. All right, where am I going from here? I'm going to. Where else do I have chests that I have extra loot just laying around? The barn dominium. Yeah, I think I have to check the barn dominium because there's some things in there that I need to organize as well. Sorry, I had a call. Oh, Lizzie, we're just chilling. Take care of your business. Morning, I'm well. How am I? How are you? She asks. I am spectacular. I'm a little tired. I went to bed and I didn't get all the sleep I should have gotten. I had the TV on. I do need to go out to G and pick up the Buster 6000 and fly it all the way across the map. Ah, I should have done that. That would have been the play. Because I have to go there anyways. But mercy. Flying all the way across and up. I need to do a little loop around the bottom. A little semi loop. Yeah, yeah, I am. So yeah, mentally I'm like pretty drained. Um, I'm really debating on leaving the the build just the way it is. I mean, a lot of me wants to build it in, like build in the backs of the rest of the houses and all of that. But there is a piece of me that's like, oh, it's kind of cool that it's just that one. But no, I mean that's a small piece. Okay, let's take all this extra stuff. Make sure that we have everything. Okay, glass. Look at that. Oh, you know what? There you go. See, I had glass over here all this time. See, lucky me. This was when it was 50. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, power cells there, biomass. Animal treats. I will come back for. Alright, so I don't know. Oh, shit. I got so much stuff to come back for. This is badass. I'm farming, and I didn't have to do anything. This is fun. I already did it. Uptown got his hustlers. He's a potion, son of a gun. And a man. Because you don't spit in the wind. Okay. Um. Well then. Yeah. Next round, I'm going to G, and I'm going to pick up, and then. Oh, this is gonna suck. But we're gonna fly it all the way. We're gonna fly it. It's gonna be terrible. I'm not looking forward to this. That's okay though. We'll have tunes. I have y'all to hang out with. Loves a big man's feet. Bitch, I had a couple. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, ah, ah. Right, that's my extra. Mhm. Okay, it's time. I gotta go get it. Very much your mind. Okay, there is a ship around here. Ship. Um, there's a vehicle. There we go. I see you, Buster 6000. We go again. Hmm. How is it looking for inventory? It is empty. Whoa. Oops. Okay. I gotta mark it. Oh, holy smokes. Ping. The hurl. Alright, I marked it. I pinged it over there. And it took the ping away. There we go. Motherfucker. I'm so glad that thing is durable. I could have just absolutely destroyed this whole thing. Falling from that high. Jeez, what a piece of shit. Okay, let's try it again. It's definitely a tough rig. Oh my goodness, for real. I'm always scared what's going to happen whenever I come out of a lag like this. Oh, there we go. Let it relax a little bit. Old bus station down there. Oh, this is going to be cool. I'm going to pass over a few builds. Oil rig will be down here on the right. Alcatraz. Probably pass directly over Venice. Hopefully we don't hit the floating The floating lighthouse. Dollhouse to our left. In and out. Oh, there it is. Nice, we're flying over it. That'll work. We're closer. We're almost back in the seat. Almost. This. Whoa! Lucy! Yo, this area is like a duplication of my original spot in this world. But hello. What up, Boo Kitty? What it do, Boo? Morning. Another. I wonder if we're anywhere near. No, we're not. 22's down there. Alright, we're heading here. Our path will take us this way. Alright. Oh, is this a lag? That's fun. Merlin! Yo, what up? How's it going, Merlin? Get you a shout out. Ooh, lady. No. Lag much? One I got? Okay. So Merlin, what have you been building lately? What have you been playing lately? Your S houses are crazy cool. Curved houses. Y'all, if y'all don't already know, Merlin builds some of the sweetest modern houses out there. Followed. Were. Just finished building a nice house with pool on the roof. That's crazy. That's pretty stinking cool. Hmm. Woohoo! What in the bed, knives and broomsticks? Holy smokes, Love Muffin is in here? Whoa. Wait a minute. We are blessed. We are blessed. Love Muffin's here, chat. Holy smokes. What in the bed, knives and broomsticks? What you doing? How are you this morning? All right. We have made it, chat. We have made it to the barn. Now let's see if we can land this puppy. What up, Gary? Yo, let's get a shout out for Love Muffin if we haven't already. Good, fresh haircut and doing laundry. Have to do some adulting today. No! No, not adulting. Don't do it. Don't do it. Should be sleeping, but nah. Right, lady? Right? We don't see this name over here in this area, our woods, do we? What in tarnations you doing over here in this area of the woods, girl? Harry! No, we don't. Alright, alright. Let's land it. All right. The fleet is in here. The fleet is assembled. These are some ugly looking vehicles. They are so function over fashion. It's not even funny. Wow. Obviously, this was a Buster 6000 at one point, but when they took out the ability to make or they took out the ability for the balloons to actually bust things up. This one got destroyed. This one got kept, and this one got turned into something else without all the thrusters on it and everything else, and just got turned into like a moving storage vehicle. All right, so let's sleep overnight so that Love Muffin can see some stuff. Y'all, Love Muffin, you want to see some things? I've seen some things, man. What should we show Love Muffin first? I had to get my hair cut. Hasn't been cut in like 2 years. Good lord. I just had an aircraft totally disappear. It's not floating or underground. No, Danny. No. That ain't good. We do not like that. Alright, so this is the giant barn that we work out of for the auto farm. We have all our plots on triggers with balloons that will pop the product. Same thing on the other side. Try making an auto farm on mine, but it's super small. See, yeah, we got 100 plots. So we get 100 vines, 100 slapberries. Come over here and put the slapberries. Just a big old giant factory, basically. Thank you, thank you. It's pretty organized. I like to keep my stuff organized. All right, so that's the auto farm. Lag. See, from here we'll go to the original farm. This was part of the original farm. We've got a corn, wheat field. We had a big old giant tree right here in the center. And they decided to put the Star Wars cave right smack down on top of it. So yay for us. Natural pumpkin patch here with another pumpkin patch that I've put around it. Rebuilt the little building that was here. Got another natural pumpkin patch up there. We've got a natural raspberry patch here. Then I rebuilt that building as well. Got a vehicle down there that's destroyed itself, so we won't look at it. I didn't think you could build around caves. No, no, it was the opposite. I had built that first, and then they decided to plop the cave down. Another natural patch of pumpkins. So we've got this whole row, like this line of natural pumpkin patch, natural raspberry patch, natural pumpkin patch down there, natural pumpkin patch right there. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect place to put my barn dominium. And and so that's what happened. I did that. I put in the corn and wheat field down there to fill out the area, and that's when they plopped it down. Like probably 2 weeks later. Yo, who are you? You're my new favorite cow. You're extreme cow. Wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I won't lose you, extreme. Extreme cow. You want to live in my? You want to live here? Do you want to live here, extreme cow? I'll go get some food. Oh, extreme cow. That's cool. All right, so we do have to get in here and grab some things. So while I'm grabbing stuff, I'll show you around as well. Got to make sure that we have at least 80 of all the product so that we can feel good about leaving a stack. All right. There's a lot of burgers. Okay, we'll leave the rest of this. Like I said, all we're doing is filling up the chest with one stack. That's all we're doing. We're leaving one stack in this area. It's no longer our storage area. So we can leave it as a satellite area. If we need anything while we're here, we can dig into the chests that are here. Wow. I didn't realize I had this much. I had no idea I had this much product. Wow. Okay, so that. I'll come back for the rest of you. I'll come back for you. I will not leave you. We'll get upstairs. That's our Escher style stairs. Just, water troughs. I need to play Lego again. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we'll get over here to our woodworking area. This was our wood storage area before, along with our woodworking area. We did, we cut the lumber here. We got the lumber placed in. Got back tables back here where our lumber gets all heated up and dried up. We've got our lumber that's sitting here waiting to be cut. And our storage chests. Not full. It's got one of each, but I think that there is at some point I've got some loot in one of these. There we go. Granite slabs. Yeah, I'm freaking stacked on slabs. I gotta grab those. And marble. Oh, and slabs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Obsidian. Hero. Look, I've got a. Yeah, I'll be back. I need a vehicle. I have a vehicle for this. I'm just gonna bring over. Okay, this is gonna require some patience, but in the long run, it'll be a lot faster to take this vehicle as opposed to the other ones. All right, do I take this guy out? Or do I take those? Okay, I gotta take this guy out. All right. Okay. I just broke that. Oh, I can't. Can I not pick it up? I can't pick it up because I don't have enough space for wood. No. Okay. It's okay though. At least it let us build. I thought it wasn't going to let us build off of it, chat. Alright, let's place this back where it was. And then we'll get over here and fill this thing up. Um, Actually, you know what? I did promise Love Muffin a little bit of a chore, so we should go do that. That's right. Trees don't stand a chance. Okay. Let's dump some stuff in here so that we can actually. Okay. I just sucks at imagining things to build. Oh, we build in caves. Yeah, right? We do, lady. Um, yeah, there's a, if you, yes, what lady says. If you find a nice photo of something, then you can duplicate it in Lego if you just, if you're familiar with the pieces. I mean, every once in a while, I'll do things just like my barns and barn dominiums. Those are just builds off of wanting to build something, but for the most part, it's nice to look at some photos and have a muse. Oh, cookie cutter builder. Oh man. Oh, all right. Build things off of photos. Let's. I'll show you. Let's do cutaway. So if you look in the little box on the in the left hand corner, small left hand corner of the stream, you'll see like photos that I've taken or off the internet, and I used those as inspiration for things like this. I mean, Lady's an exceptional builder. So this is my apartment building that's got the face cut off of it. Yeah, the dollhouse is awesome. I also use it as a storage base, which was dumb of what I just did to put all that stuff into the storage chest when I was just going to come here anyways and be at my main storage base. So I just have storage on top of storage on top of storage. Boats. This is a Haskins designed boat. Oops. Take you over here to the oil rig. If we can get through the rocks. Oh, thank you so much for the gifted sub, lady. Thank you so much. Got rocks through here. Gotta be careful. So this is my oil rig. remember popping in and seeing you working on the oil rig a bit. Oh, that's cool, love. Yeah, so it got finished. It got finished. Love to see it. All right, music. And this is Alcatraz. Yeah, this was one of my favorites too. Give you the 10-cent Sure Love muffin. So this is actually it's almost to scale for Alcatraz Island. This is building 64, which is where the staff and their family members lived whenever they worked on the island and worked in the facility. We've got the warden's house right here. Got the lighthouse. Lighthouse is over 100 years old. Got the main cell block here. The rec area just beyond that. Couple of government buildings down here, facility buildings. We've got the powerhouse, which is all the machinery, the generators, and everything. They worked out of this building and generated and brought electricity to the entire island. Um, they needed cooling down, so they got their own cooling tower. And they got their own smokestack for fumes and stuff. Then we've got the guardhouse slash caddy or car shack. This is where they kept the cars that were on the island. Um, and then yeah, back to the pier, which is this is the pier that you come in on whenever you come in to do any tours of the island. If you're doing any tours, so you'll be coming in from San Francisco area right there. What's going down? She is always standing right there. Like she really wants to be in this jail. All right, hi, I'm here to see inmate 0420. Yes, I am here to see inmate 0420. Thank you very much. I close them doors before these doors open. I hit complexity in here, so I wasn't able to. Yeah, I wasn't able to finish it up. Oh, we got Dana's butt in here. That's right, Dana. Wash them nasty hands, girl. I don't know where them hands have been. Spooky in there, man. Okay. This is in the works. I wasn't really feeling it at the time. We'll get back to it. This is my speedboat, Black Betty. This is my artisanal oregano grow operation. Yeah, yeah. If anyone asks. I know what that looked like. Yeah, yeah, sure. It could be something else. It could be whatever, whatever. We got our trimmer tables up here, trimming out the product and making sure the product gets placed in sanitary baskets. Have you ever put butter on a Pop Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. Kitchen. I was itching for better with a poppin' hot jelly, the best damn treat in the world. Always made me shudder and scream like a baby girl. I don't want to trip that fetus. I want to trip the Venus. I don't want to lottery until I'm dizzy and I wobble in a butter and dough tart dream. Something like that. Everybody come along with us. Pop Tart! Pop Tart! With butter! I might have a Pop Tart addiction. It's okay. Love Muffin, do you like Pop Tarts? What's your favorite Pop Tart? Fudge Sundae. We have a hot fudge sundae in our Pop Tart um display. Our Pop Tart toaster build. Whoa. Yeah. My bathroom. That was a good one. Distribution area for the product. All the stuff that's been chopped up upstairs and trimmed and put in packages. We bring it down here, we box it on up, then we put it on our boat, we make it happen. No love muffin. It's just maybe updates. Holy smokes. Okay. Do I have anything in here? No. No. Alright. Let's see. I guess I have a bed right here. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh, Venice, Italy. Guess we could see Venice, Italy. So I am 21 followers away now from the 2K mark. It's rounding up, but officially, technically, I am 21 followers away. So this is Venice, Italy. This is the Grand Canal at Venice, Italy. And this entire build is all in the water. You've got tunnels. Hey! What's that? Lucy Games bot. Yes. Invite all your bots. 20. We got 20. Let's see if that's right. Creator dashboard. Dun, dun. I need to go to my stream manager. Yep. 20 shy. We are 20 shy. That's badass. Um, crazy ladies, crazy bot. Yeah. 19. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, where we at? No, we don't like her. All right. Yay, bots. Yeah, I hit complexity on this build as well, so it wouldn't let me finish the roofs. Wouldn't let me finish the cathedral top, which I had no clue what I was going to do with this dome. I did not know. I can tell you one thing: this rock right here keeps all of that up at least. And then there's that rock right there that keeps most of this up as well. Okay. Yeah, the limit. Yes, yes, Love Muffin. So it's yeah, I hit build limit and it wouldn't let me build anymore. So that's frustrating. Oh, oh, I didn't show. All right, so you saw the ferry, the big giant boat that was on the other side of the lake, with the unfinished build. So that's the ferry terminal. That's the ferry, and this is the terminal for it. That's ferry terminal 2 over there that's in construction, and this is ferry terminal 1 that is not in construction. That is completed. And I am slowly trying to populate this area, this water area, this whole water world, all the edges with little docks and nooks and crannies and builds along the area so that while you're out here on your boat, you can just pull up to, pretty much anywhere in the water. You can go from one side of the lake to the other side and still hit different builds all the way around it. That's the plan. Complexity is not our friend. It is lame, very lame. Yes. Um, because for me, that means that I wasn't able to finish. I worked hours and hours and hours and hours on a build that now I just not it's not thrown away. I just can't finish it, and it just is. It's like a wart. But I mean, you still get it. You get it, but you'd get it even more if it was finished up and polished and and dialed in. But it is what it is. So then, like I was, the ferry's over there on the other side, and this is the terminal. So it's open now, but if we want to close it, we can go in and close it. We can throw the thrusters up. It might not move because it bugs sometimes. Yeah. Let's just see if we can. Okay. Now it's closed. That's safer. That's a lot safer. We don't want it. We don't want it open and just have people just drive right on off. And there's no ferry down there, so we got to close it off. Yes, as a completionist, it is frustrating. Extremely love Muffin, especially, and Gary loves complexity too, especially in the for me, my bane, the one that I'll always talk about, is the one wall in Alcatraz that I can't. Alcatraz, where are you? You're out there somewhere. Over there somewhere. Yeah, right there. There's a wall inside Alcatraz that I broke thinking that I would be able to replace it, and I broke it and it wouldn't let me replace it. I was so frustrated. So it's just like a extreme eyesore on that build for me. I try to hide it the best I can whenever I do tours of it. Try not to talk about it, but it's yeah, sucks. Yeah, oh damn is right. I mean, that's what we've been taught. We've been taught to complete, complete, and whatever that means, whatever you turn that into your own game. For me, completing a build, that's a game inside this game, and I complete it, and I'm like, boom, okay, it's done, it's good. I completed a build. Awesome. And then another game inside a game is filling up every chest. So that's a little completionist part of the game that's constantly going. So you have small little missions that we can go on, which is builds, and we finished those. We just completed that mission, and that mission is our own imagination. We just come up with whatever we want to come up with. And then our long term mission, filling up all the chests. Um, and then, and then you'll progress on from there. And it's like stages. It's just like a regular game. You just, if you play it that way. All right. Let's see. Love Muffin, where are you from? If you're from the States, you can just name the state that you're from. If you're from country, then yeah, you can just name your country. Something. Florida. Word. I was in the Navy in Orlando, and every once in a while I will, well, once every few years I go down there and do a mountain bike race down in the central part of Florida, around Ocala, Claremont. Um, let's see, the Green Swamp area. Um, what else? Just outside Orlando. Lurking. Oh, thank you so much. Lived there for a couple of years. You're in Gainesville. Oh, wow. Wow, man. Are you in college there, or are you sick of the college that's there? Maybe you're a teacher there. Yeah, thank you for the shout out for Santa Gander. Not a gator, sick of the college that is here. Yep. Man, that town. I drove through that town whenever I would go home from Orlando, um, for the military or for the Navy. I guess the Navy is military, but I want to specify. Where am I going from here? We'll go here. So I have a Florida build. It's Disney's Wilderness Lodge, and or at least not a reproduction of it, but close to it. Thank you for the alert, Lizzie Lou. I hope your work is not too busy for you. Lizzie, if you just imagine the green is red, for people who are colorblind, this would look red to them. Also, Lizzie, maybe, just maybe, all right, I've got an idea. You do the build, and then you tweak the colors in DaVinci. You're probably not even here, but just saying. Whenever she's guaranteed to be back, I'll have to. So yeah, this place got over 100 rooms in it, right on the river, on the water. It was a fun build. I'm not too impressed with it. I hardly show it off that much. I don't know. You might have to. That might mean that you would have to build the walls a different color as well, so that whenever you do tweak the colors, that it all matches up. Like you'd have to. Wow, you'd have to build in a reverse color wheel. or something. Oh, no worries. Thank you so much for being here. You handle your business, girl. You crush it. Remember, you're the queen. You got this shit. Just whistle while you work. Besides, we got Whitney. Word. So Love Muffin is Gainesville can be kind of humid. Oh, I bet it's lovely. I bet it's perfect this time of season. I bet it's really starting to be nice. But whew, I lived in Naples, Florida for a small time. This is the most entertainment I have had while doing laundry. Still humid. Oh, nasty. Um, when I lived in Naples, Florida, we would it would oh man, during the summertime we wouldn't even go. No, we would not. We wouldn't even go out and get in the water. Like it was pools. We wouldn't go to the beach. It was the water in the Gulf was just like bath water during the summertime, like 80, 90 degrees in the water is not fun. Where am I? Oh, I needed need a bus stop. You need a bus stop, bus stop, bus stop. Oh, it is. Let's see. What? Let's do weather. Oh, yeah, it's pleasant. The wind is blowing from the southwest. Humidity 69%. That's low. Wow. Doesn't even feel like 80. 78? Dang. That's my weather. I've got great weather. Lived in Georgia for 5 or 6 years south of Atlanta. Like Georgia better. Lived in Loganville and Snellville. Oh dang! Yeah, I like south of Atlanta. If you get a little further south of Atlanta, you get into some really good bike riding area for for gravel. Excuse me, for gravel roads. Um, I was a bicycle messenger in Atlanta. Love muffin. So, how you like them apples? I delivered packages in Atlanta. Put things on my back. Well, I did it in New York. I did it in Boston. I did it in Houston and Atlanta. I was a professional bicycle messenger, a courier, a bicycle courier for about 10 years. Would like to visit New York at some point. Oh, it was awesome. Oh, it was awesome. Um, it's okay. So when I lived there, I was living with a girl who lived in Williamsburg, just over the bridge. She lived in Bed-Stuy. Um, yeah, Bed-Stuy is a little small area in Williamsburg, and so that's in Brooklyn though. That's over the bridge, and so lived there, and then would travel over the bridge and would work in Manhattan. And every once in a while, I would get a package that was in Brooklyn or in any of the other boroughs, but mostly it was all Manhattan. And when you cross over the bridge in Manhattan, it's like a vibe. It's a different energy. Um, Cat Father Rev. Let me tell you a story. Okay. Whew. Okay. Wow. So this I'll have to tell the second story second. Obviously, I have to tell this. I have two stories. Um, and then I've got some explaining and some kind of backstory. So just let's ride the wave and hang on. All right. So, have I ever hit anyone? Um, yeah, yeah. Probably, yeah. Um, but not. Okay. We're just not gonna blame anyone for anything other than at times I was in the wrong, and at times there were pedestrians that walked out into the street thinking that there was no one there because they didn't hear a car, like they didn't use their peripherals enough. They looked and just didn't register that there was a guy on a bicycle coming down the street at 20 miles an hour, like moving. So so they just walk right out. But then also, I was also that person that was on their bicycle moving in and out of traffic that was going 20 to 30 miles an hour, um, as well. So, and it's whatever. and then blowing through stoplights and red lights and stop signs and all that other stuff. I'm getting like jittery just talking about it right now because my adrenaline thinking about all this and being back in it in my mind has just got my adrenaline spiked. Whew. And I'm just like, whew, I'm riding an adrenaline high right now, y'all. So whew, it's crazy how that works too. Um, but have I ever hit anyone? Anyone that I remember hitting? Um, I didn't. Okay, well, I did hit a lady. I did hit a lady one time who she stepped out into traffic, into the bike lane, and it was like I didn't even have the option of not hitting her. It was immediately. She was walking, and I saw her walking out, and I thought, there's no way she's going to walk right out in front of me. And I'm like, hey, hey. And then before I knew it, bam, I hit her. I bounced off of her into a car, and everything was fine. But the amount of people that came over there to rush to her aid, but didn't even bother with me, was amazing. And the fact that they started chewing my butt out for hitting her when I was in the bike lane, like that's you're yelling at a person who is driving a vehicle instead instead of the person that walked out in front of that vehicle. Like that makes no sense. Like, like look at her and go, just because she's a woman. And that was how I believe it was, and which is fine, but to lay into me, like I was the one at fault just because I was the dude on the bicycle. It was a whole thing. But anyways, so that's the situation. That was that. Um, I guess that was a story I wasn't going to actually tell, but as I was remembering, I remembered that story. Um, but the one time I do remember, I didn't hit the guy. I had just left. I had worked all day, so I was out on the bicycle for 10 hours, and I had probably done 40 or 50 miles that day. So, I'd done a good bit of mileage, a good bit of work, a lot of packages. I was kind of wore out. I stopped at an ice cream shop and got me a really, really large cookies and cream milkshake. But up there, wait, what do we got? What do we got? We are at sharing doctor appointment for surgery talk. Oh, all right, Big Nasty. I hope everything goes well. I'm glad that your trip went well getting there. Um, Let me catch back up. Pedestrians law are being dumb. Tailored to yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb cat rep. I have my voice down. All right, Big Nasty word. Sentence got messed up. I understood it though, cat. I understood it. Pedestrian laws are tailored to people being dumb. Yeah, yeah. You're just supposed to just look both ways, man. Look before you jump out on into traffic. Have you ever played Frogger? Well, I mean, duh. Um, I remember in Denver, the laws was basically the pedestrian is always right. Mm. I've raced a bicycle up in Denver. I've done a alley cat race. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. Okay, so let me tell you about this frap. Okay, because up in New England, up in Boston, they call it a frap, and it's an ice cream. It's just a shake, and I had it in one hand. And I was in the road riding down the street to the river where on the Charles River where I was just going to sit and relax and just relax on the river and eat and drink my frap, eat my ice cream shake, enjoy it. And I was looking forward to it. Long day at work. And this freaking douchebag walking with all his friends, not paying any attention at all, takes that frap into every orifice in his face, his ears, his nose, his eyes, his his mouth. I bet it tasted great. He absolutely sponged up with everything that was above his shoulders. That frap. And I had no frap in my hand anymore. And I hear him yelling in the background. I suppose it took him a little while to yell because he had to get everything out of his nostrils and ears, and he wore that shit. Oof. He had a shake suit on that day. Um, a frap fedora even. Like, um, so yeah, I didn't get to eat my frap, and that fool stepped out into, almost getting hit, almost having him as a pedestrian getting hit. So, yeah. Um, so to talk about alley cat races, as a bicycle messenger, you're running around the city all day long delivering packages, and you get your shortcuts down, and this how long it takes you to get from point A to point B and to get around the city and this and that. And you know all the addresses and everything else, right? So then you see people doing the same thing. You're like, oh, hey, that's so and so that works for Lawyers Express. Oh, okay. And this is Houston. Whenever I worked in Houston, um, and it's like, all right, I work for city couriers, and they work for some cats work for Mach 5, and um, I don't even. I'm just talking and walking around my build right now. Rebooting PC. Be right back. Word. Hurry back. So we had like 3 or 4 different companies that worked downtown Houston, and just rode bikes and deliver packages. And you would see these guys, and you're like, oh wow, they look fast. Well, I wonder if they're as fast as I am. And maybe every once in a while you're going the same direction. So you're like, all right, well, I'm fast, you're fast. See who gets there first. Whoever gets there first, the loser has to buy a beer, whatever at the end of the day. And, or pack a bowl or whatever. And then it turns into, oh, well, let's just do a whole race. Let's do a whole thing on the weekend. Call it alley cat racing, because you're using the alleys of your town to make shortcuts around town, and so you're just a little alley cat running around town. And what they do is they give you a piece of paper. They tell you to meet at a certain time. They say, all right, we're going to meet up at this park at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning. And you're given a piece of paper that is your manifest. And your manifest has all these checkpoints on it. And you have pickups and you have drops. And you're like, all right, well, you have to pick up all these items at these locations and drop those items at these separate locations. And it's up to you to plan your route out, and the fastest route, the fastest messenger usually wins. So those are called alley cat races. Well, you do those in your cities, and then every city does one, and then pretty soon you have big alley cat races where the promoter's gone out and got a giant sponsor, and so now you've got some money involved, you got some messenger bags involved, some bicycle parts, maybe even a whole bicycle. um, for the big ones, for the national events and for the world championships. The world championships is held in a different country every year. So you have the world championships of alley cat racing of bicycle messengers. It's called the Cycle Messenger World Championships. And then you have the North American Cycle Courier Championships. NAC is what they call it. And yeah, so you also have traveling. If you're really fast in your city, if you're one of the fastest in the nation, then you travel. You travel like I said. I'd done a race in Dallas. I'd done a race in Austin, Texas, in Denver. Um, Holy smokes! Oh, here in Atlanta, New York, Virginia. New York has a big giant race every year called Monster Track, which is absolutely ridiculous. You're only allowed to be on a brakeless bicycle, which is a track bike. So it's track bike only. No brakes. You're not allowed any brakes. The only brakes is you pedal in reverse. You slow your momentum down with your pedal. You have a cog up front and a cog in the back and a chain in between it. The cog up front is where your crank arms and your pedals are. I didn't know they even had something like that. Cool. Oh yes. Um and so your bike that you use for Monster Track is called either a fixed gear bicycle or a track bike or a fixie for colloquial terms. Um, so if you hear anybody go, "Oh well, you're riding a fixie," then that's what that is. That means that the cog is up front where you're pedaling, and then the cog in the back is attached to the rear wheel, and that chain in between them. If you're pedaling, then your rear wheel is moving because that chain will move the rear wheel because your front cog is moving, your rear cog is moving, and then you pedal as fast as you want to go. So if you're trying to go as fast as possible, then you're pedaling as fast as you possibly can. But then that means that you have to be paying attention to what's coming up to you, like blocks down the street. Excuse me. And then you have like I said, no brakes. So to slow yourself down, you have to, as you speed up and you pedal, your pedal keeps moving because your rear wheel keeps moving because you're going forward. So your momentum keeps you going forward. And instead of continuing to mash down on the pedal the direction that would continue to push you forward, you start mashing on the pedal the opposite direction against the momentum and against the pedal momentum of going forward. So you have to put pressure, and that slows you down to a point where you can make a maneuver to get around things. So it's really like you're slowing yourself down and slowing your momentum down, trying not to come to a stop as much as possible. Sometimes you have to, though, and that takes time as well, because you have to slow yourself down from a ways away if you're stopping at a certain point. Um, and that race is called Munster Track, and it is in New York in March every year, and it is absolutely brutal because March is in New York is wintry mix. So when I say wintry mix, I mean you could start the day and the it's not snowing, it's not raining, it's nothing, and you could end the race 3 hours later, having gone through a snowstorm in Central Park that turns into rainy by the time you get back to Brooklyn, because you end up finishing in Brooklyn and you're up and down Manhattan Island. You're into the Bronx, you're into Harlem. Um, I mean, it's a rough it's a rough race. Personally, I have taken. They have categories. You have a category where you're a local. If you're a local to the race, which means that this is your city, you automatically have an advantage. It's your city. But if it's not your city, then you are an out of towner, and you have a category for out of towners. And I've won that race as an out of towner. I won the out of towners race, and I came in fourth overall. Um, I've come in third in a national championships. I've um, absolutely destroyed the field at a world championships, where I was so far ahead that I could have stopped and not tried to go for my last manifest, and still won by like a manifest and a half. But I went out on my last manifest not knowing that it was going to cost me the the time limit, and so I didn't come back in the time limit and lost the world championships because I got disqualified when I had turned in more manifests. I had turned in more work than anybody by far. And these were like 200 of the best messengers in the world. We had, Japan had come representing. They had brought like 20 people from Japan to qualify for the race. France, England, Australia, Switzerland, um, Mexico, South America, Colombia. Like it was wild, and I had the best day. Man, I had the best day. It was absolutely crazy, and I fucked it up, and that sucks. Oh, well, that's JFK. That's my story about bicycle messengering. I can tell you that in that one race, that fixed gear race, the one in New York, um, I was doing that race for the very first time. Um, I wasn't actually doing it on a fixed gear bicycle. I was doing it on a regular geared bicycle with brakes, and I had a GoPro on my helmet because I was following. Um, I was I had gotten hired to do to be part of a documentary that was going to follow the female winner of the race. So for years, there's been a guy that follows the male winner of the race with a GoPro on his helmet, and he films the whole race for posterity, or for his own videos. And so I got contacted and was like, "Hey, you're quick enough that you could stay with whoever is the leader of the females. We want you to go with this one person. She's the favorite, and so you just follow her around." What race was in New York? It's called Monster Track, Lizzie Lou. Monster Track. It's it's where 300 fixed gear cyclists race through the city from checkpoint to checkpoint for about 3 hours, about 40 miles worth of riding. So it simulates your workday, basically. One of the a nasty workday in New York. Boy, I've had some of those. Ugh. But so I was following this lady. Her name was Roz. Her still is. Well, her name's Roz. So I was following Roz, and she was in a pack um, of guys that would, I guess they were fighting for like top 10. So she was right in there, like top 10 through 15th. So it was, like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then she was 16th. And she was in that group. And we're moving through traffic and we're cutting down streets. And mind you, this is an illegal bicycle race. There's no stopping at stop signs. There's no stopping at. There's no stopping until you get to your checkpoint. You are a bicycle messenger on a mission. Uh, for all intents and purposes, imagination, you use it. You you are you have just picked up this package for a client, and the client is going to lose $1 million if you don't get that package to the drop off in this certain time. That is the mentality that you go into it. And it is your job. If you don't get it there, you will get fired. You will be no longer working for that company because that company will lose that client because you didn't get the job done. And then that your company that loses that client loses, thousands of dollars a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, you know, through that client, and you just screwed that up. So that's your mentality as a bicycle messenger. Every package is the most important package of all time. And it very well could be. It very well could be because that's the kind of stuff that you deal with in that kind of environment. So then you go into that mindset as a racer, and you're in New York City riding with a pack of, like-minded people, 6 or 7 people at one, you're in a train. There is no stopping that train. If that person in front of you crashes, then you got to figure out a way to get out of harm's way because you're going to be on top of them faster than stank on shit. Like it just, man. Um, so like you're on a bicycle and you're weaving. You just made this turn and boom, you cut around here, right? Okay, and you know that this. Okay, there's your next opening. Boom, you're moving and you're moving with traffic. Your traffic's doing the same thing. They're moving as well, and you've got to figure out what hole that you need to be inside of so that this vehicle can't get to you. Like if you're here, you can see things. If you're here on this guy's back wheel, you can see in his rearview mirror, you can see his face. You can see if his eyes look in that rearview mirror and see you. You can see if his eyes look in that rearview mirror to see if he's clear to get over in this lane. And there's a move that's about to happen. You're about to have to make a move as well. And if this guy's already cleared that lane, and you can pretty much clear the lane because your peripherals are over there, so that spot's going to be good, so you just flow with them. And then you're both over there now. Or you just let him flow, you move to the back of him, and now you're over here on this side of them, and then you're flowing down the street on this side. Like it's a it's a dance. It's a art. It's a dance. It's bullfighting at the highest level. Um, and yeah. So I've played the whole picture for you. Now you're in the train. You're rolling. You're rolling deep. 25-ish miles an hour. You cut down a side street in actually an alley, or it would be a street. No, because in New York the streets go east west, so you cut down a street, and avenues go north south, and so the avenues are the fast roads. The streets are the side streets, and you cut down a street and you're rolling. There's traffic building up because they're stopped at a stoplight or something. They're going to jump onto an avenue, and you're, moving in the traffic. Boom, 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 boom. And you see up the road, up the ways, pop out of absolutely nowhere. No crosswalk, no anything, no looking where they're going. A pack of 7 to 8 year olds that are with their teacher, and because there were cars already stopped, their teacher either gave them the go ahead or wasn't paying enough attention to let them just trot themselves right across the street to the other side. But all of a sudden, 7 angry cyclists who are trying to win this race are coming at like 25 miles an hour. And you're screaming and yelling at them. You're screaming and yelling at them. And you barrel into these freaking kids. I did not. I was in the back. I avoided them. But those kids got blasted. Bam! And here's the thing. You don't stand around. I didn't do the damage. I didn't do anything. I'm not going to stand around. I have a mission. I've got to follow Roz. She gets herself back up off the bicycle. I don't know if she made contact with one of the children, but there was contact. And as I take off following Roz, I can see 2 kids down. One of them pretty bad. One of them screaming pretty bad. But I don't know. Lizzie, if that was Maddie, I am so sorry. I don't think it would have been that time age group, so I think we're cool. She would have been able to avoid it. She's a dirt tracker's daughter. But yeah, it was those teachers' fault. It was the guardian or whoever it was. It was not like they just walked right on. Bam, 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 bam. So those are my stories. That's my 2 stories. The stories about running into pedestrians as a bicycle messenger. Now, I have been hit or have hit over 20 cars through pulling out and running along the side of them by accident. Um, Me looking at another direction to see if I had clearance, and before I realized it, the car in front of me stopped up real short, and I had to bump them a little bit, or I just straight up have gotten hit by a car, been underneath a car, been on the roof of a car, been on the hood of a car, um, been through the window of a minivan, the back window of a minivan. I had a lady open her car door into traffic and hit my handlebars. And when I corrected my handlebar from getting smacked by it, the trajectory had already happened. I was immediately in the back of a minivan with my head inside of it. What's up, Sir Lancelot? Yeah, I was saying, Lizzie, that Maddie is a dirt track. She's a dirt track daughter. She would have been able to avoid the accident. She would have been. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would have been cool. Um, so I was. I also did a race. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this area because I know y'all are sick of looking at it. I'll go over to Star Wars and continue this in Star Wars. Maybe. Okay, so I did a race called the East Coast Messenger Stage Race, and the stage race is kind of like the Tour de France, where you have you race for multiple days. Like for this race that I'm talking about, I only raced for a week. Tour de France is racing for 3 weeks, but every single day in that 3 weeks, they have a different race every single day, except for 2 rest days. Oh, she's going to be a good driver. She drives our golf cart too since she was like 10. Um, this race that I did is was up the East Coast. It started in Washington D.C. and we did a time trial in Washington D.C. around a park. Um, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And so we raced around the park, and they kept our time, and it was an individual time trial. So they gave you a course, and they said you stick to this course, and you are racing against the clock. And so they keep your time, and that's where you start. The next day you start um, with a time bonus, or you if you're number one, if you're the first group or the leader, then your team gets a time bonus, so your team gets to start first, and then so on and so forth. And then the next day, we raced from Washington D.C. to what was it? Washington to Annapolis, Baltimore. Yes. Okay. So it was Washington to Baltimore. So that was the first day's race. And you started in DC at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you're told, here is your checkpoint in. So it's like a giant alley cat race. Here's your checkpoint in Annapolis. However you get there, you get there. It has to be on 2 wheels via your bicycle that you're starting the race on. Don't cheat. It's gentleman's agreement. You're not to cheat. We will be monitoring you because we downloaded an app for GPS, so they know how fast we're going. So they so they can monitor you and see how fast you're going. They know what route you're going, and so they can kind of know if you're cheating or not. But they give you your checkpoint, and they say, hey, you go here, you check in, and then the end of the race is in Baltimore, Maryland, at this bicycle shop, and go, and it's up to you. They give you the checkpoint, and the end of the race the night before the race. So you get to spend probably a good hour or 2 hours researching your route, and then um, planning your route and putting your route in your GPS unit for your bicycle that will give you directions. And then once you get that route down, you're able to go to sleep then. And so then you wake up the next morning and you got your route in, and you, when they say go, you go. And you're going up the East Coast from Washington D.C. to Boston, Mass. Via your bicycle. A truck comes behind the race that has your backpack and your clothes and all your extra gear, but you're only allowed a certain amount of space because the truck is limited. So I should do something just like that on motorcycle in regions or even across the country. Oh yeah, Sir Lancelot. So it's like a rally, like a cannonball run or um what is it, the rally Gumball 3000 or checkpoints, time windows. Oh yes, that's badass, sir. So we went from DC to Boston, or DC to Maryland was the first day, and that was only like 70 miles. And then the next day was Baltimore, Maryland Pitt to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we raced from Baltimore to Philly, and that was about 100 miles. And then the next day was Philly to New York, and I won the Philly to New York race. That was my stage. Because I because I knew New York, and I was, let me tell y'all, I was quick. I was damn fast when I was riding a lot. If y'all find my Instagram, you can find a lot of photos. The biggest you did was 11 days. Damn, that's awesome. I love that. We slept on floors. We slept on couches. We slept in big giant warehouse in Baltimore. We slept in a big giant warehouse, all tinted up or cotted up. That was so crazy. Like 20 of us in this big giant warehouse, just like Boy Scout camping all over again, or being in the military. Um, and I was like, I was in my late 30s doing this, so mid 30s. So I'd already spent time in the military, and all these young kids, I was out there racing with them, like 20s, 21-year olds. Uh, these bucks, like badasses. I'm out there schooling them, better routes, sleep where you can. I've done those type of races as well. Sir laughs a lot. Fortunately for us, that race was supported, so we were able to keep our bags with the truck. And when we got to the finish, the bags were already waiting on us. We got there, we got cleaned up. We got all our stuff out of our bags, our shakes, our extra clothes that we needed to change into. It was legit. It was badass. The logistics that needed to be done to get it done was also equally badass. And I wouldn't mind doing that race again. I wouldn't mind doing that race again. I wouldn't mind promoting it and actually throwing the race. We could totally do it grassroots. We wouldn't really need sponsors for it. I mean, a little bit of money here and there. I wouldn't charge the racers for the entry fees, because I mean it's expensive to do that race anyways. Yeah, that's badass. Um, the non-supported, the self-supported races I've done, where you're given a route, and you're told this is your route. The route is 350 miles to 400 miles long. You you have checkpoints along that route, 4 checkpoints along that route. It's photo checkpoints. You take the photo of yourself on route and you turn it in. You email or direct message the photo to this number, and we make sure that you've hit all the checkpoints. You also download the app that has the pin. It's spot tracks. You have a spot. You have a tracker that tracks you the whole way. Um, but anyways, a spot tracker. Um, but you do your route, and if you want to do the 350 miles in one go, you do it. You just go. You say we start at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, and we'll see you at the finish, or we won't see you at the finish, because on those races, when you cross the finish line, there's nobody there waiting on you. There's no hurrah, no nothing. You just cross the finish line 4 days, 4.5 days later. Yes, spot for you guys too? Yes. What we did was not a race, and our speed was monitored too, but being able to ride long hours on Little Rest was critical for a high finish. Oh, absolutely. So the strategy of the guys up front, Sir Laughs a Lot, is if you're in the lead, then and you are like dog ass tired, then you lay down on the trail. You find a spot along the trail where it's a skinny pass where only one bicycle can get through it, and you lay down on that trail, and that's where you take your nap. And when second place gets to you, that's your alarm clock. And then you get back on your bicycle and you ride with them, and then you create another gap, and then you rest if you think that your gap is big enough. That's the mentality that you have to win those types of races. You also have the mentality of the party pace crew that rides at the back of the race, and they are there for the ride and not the race. And they bring they might be somebody named Opie that brings a bong with them, and that might be the mentality that you're in as well. And then you're at some point you're thinking to yourself, I'm running out of water. I don't know when my next refuel spot is. I'm 10 miles away from the next refill spot, maybe. I'm going to run out of water. I'm going to run out of water. Do I, do I, do I fill the bong up with this last little bit of water, hit the bong, and then drink the bong water? Or do I drink the water and then use the pee in the bong and smoke out of the pee? Like these are seriously serious thoughts that are going through your head when you're out on the party pace, because just because you're party pacing doesn't mean you're not still putting in some energy. I mean, it is 350 miles plus with river and creek crossings as well. Creek crossings in Central Florida that has a potential of alligators in it. Creek crossings through Central Florida that's chest high. That is chest high. And you're raising your bicycle up above your head so that your gear on your bicycle, because on those races your bicycle weighs 40 to 50 pounds, because you have a saddle bag that is triple extra large saddle bag on the back of it that you can put your tent into, you can put your clothes and gears and stuff into, and roll that up, and it sticks out about half foot off your saddle in the back, um, and wobbles around if it's not tight enough. And then you have another bag that's in your frame called a frame bag that fills up that whole entire area where the triangle is. At bicycle trails in Florida, start hearing something big in the bush and it makes you jumpy. Yes, yes, yes. We've probably run the same trails. If you've ridden the trails in Florida, Sir Laughs a Lot. With Lacucci Trail. What else? The Green Swamp area. Um, let's see. Oh man, Hurricane. Hurricane. That's the name of the race. Hurricane 300 bike race. Yep. The Hurricane 300 challenge. Starting February 1st at 7 a.m. 320 miles, 515 kilometers is the distance. Featuring 100 plus. Wait, this one's. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Only a few, mostly the one near Brooksville, near Tampa. Okay, nope. I haven't done that. No bike racing for me, though. I've never been. I've been to Tampa for a bike race, but um, but not for but it was for an alley cat race. There's also a race called CFIT that is called the Cross Florida Time Trial. Cross CFTT. Cross Florida Time Trial. CFIT for short. And that race, you dip your wheel in the Gulf of Mexico when you start the race, and you ride across Florida, and then when you end the race, your you dip your rear wheel in the Gulf when you start the race, and you dip your front wheel in the Atlantic whenever you get there. And then they have a race that goes from Tallahassee down to the tip, down to into the Keys, um, to Key West, and that whole, you can do all three of those races. You can do the Cross Florida, which is the CFIT. You can do the up down, which I don't know. I can't remember what the up down is called. But then the circle is in Central Florida called the Hurricane, which is the one that I've done, and that's called. I think that's like the Florida Cross. If you've done the whole route, like all three routes, um, I'd be down to do the Cross Florida one. I haven't done it. I've never done it. I've done the Cross Georgia one. I've ridden across Georgia, and that was freaking hard. That was 46,000, 48,000 feet of elevation in a 350-mile route. That one hooked me. Bringing back memories of grabbing sand and water from the Atlantic near Jacksonville, then the Pacific less than 48 hours later. What? Holy shit. Hell yeah, y'all did your own little south route cannonball run. 48 hours though, that's a slow pace. That's so cool, Sir Lancelot. I think I'm gonna get off when I get off here. I'm gonna go for a bike ride. Wasn't too bad. Even slept 6 plus hours in Texas. Wow. When I did when I did this race in North Georgia, the first 100 miles was from South Carolina, and we ended in Helen, Georgia, at Mount Vogel State Park, just outside of Helen. Stopped at a Waffle House at like 12 o'clock. Like, we started the race at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I rode my bike from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, or one ish, almost one to 2 in the morning. The first day, stopped at the Waffle House at like 12 o'clock for the last meal before I pushed into Mount Vogel. Mount Vogel had hot showers, and it was a campground, and so I was just going to use the hot showers because as a cyclist in that environment, if you're not pitching a tent, you can pretty much just ride your bicycle into the state park and use the facilities, and you're not even going to be nobody's going to bat an eye. So I went in there, parked my bike, got a nice hot shower, um, and then went to sleep on a picnic table and slept and didn't get out of there until 10 o'clock the next morning, having taken another hot shower that morning before I got out of there. And mm, and then rode until from 10 o'clock that morning until 4 o'clock the next morning. And then when I the place that I finished at 4 o'clock the next morning was deep, deep in the Georgia mountains, and had to ride into it. So that day was absolutely brutal. And that got me into a place called Mulberry Gap Mountain Bike Getaway. So That finished my second day, and I slept on one of their couches for 10 hours and was out the entire time. Somebody had to walk up with like a little mirror and make sure that I was still breathing. They thought that I had succumbed to exhaustion and had died on their couch. And but got up, smoked a couple of bowls, one by myself, one with one of the dudes that was volunteering there. He's like, "Yo, man, my camper is parked right down the road. We can go over there and smoke a big old fat bowl if you want to get yourself together before you get going." Hell yeah, let's do that. So did that, and then jumped back on the bike, and the next 2 days were just a freaking blur. Just a blur. I've ridden the roads up there around Helen on a motorcycle. No, thank you on a bicycle. Yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you, the first night riding into Helen, I was on a trail and it's getting dark. It's about dusk, and I see up in front of me small black blobs on the trail. And I'm like, not big enough to be a bear. Um, I'm like, what in the fuck is that? And so I see it on the trail up in front of me, but I also have on the trail that I'm on, I have a couple of turns that I have to make before I get to that part on the trail. And so I meander, and then by the time I get to that part, I'm 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 going a pretty good click, and and I see up in front. Oh shit, that's wild boar. That's wild pigs up in front of me. Like, word, hurry back, hurry back. And so I'm like, they take off running. Okay, cool. They're running down the trail away from me, going the same direction that I'm going though. That kind of sucks. But we're gonna be all right. So I'm like, I'm running behind this boar. Riding behind this boar. It's just like this, just like this. And they're running. Keep going, right? And they got two little babies with them. It's a mama boar and with their two little babies, and they're running, poof, 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 running down this trail. And she dips, poof, dips down. And mind you, the side of the trail that she just dipped down drops probably 20 to 30 feet. Like 20 to 30 feet into some brush and shit like that. And she's poof, down in there. And then the second one, poof, down in there. But by the time the second one makes it to get down in there, I'm pretty much on top of them. And so the third one does this. I'm going to go, wait, I'm going to go back this way. So I'm like, okay, cool. You're going to go that way. Then I'm just going to just shoot straight across the trail. And your mother and your sibling have already gone down the embankment, and you're going to be safe on that side if you just stay on that side. Just stay on that side. You better stay on that side. I know. Okay, it did not stay on that side. It darted. It darted straight across me. I hit that thing going probably 25, 30 miles an hour. And let me tell you, I endoed. It was like hitting a brick wall. I didn't flat or anything because it was squishy enough that it didn't flat my tire, but solid enough that it sent me over the handlebars. And I just had to pick myself up off the ground. And as I'm picking myself up off the ground, shaking myself off, this ride that I'm doing, it's self-supported, so you're an individual on this ride, but you start the ride with like 50 people. So by mile 50, by mile 70, you're split apart. You've got a good gap between you and the guy in front of you, and then you and the guy behind you, or rider behind you. And maybe the riders behind you are like there's two or three of them together. Who knows? Maybe maybe you're in a pack with a few riders. Well, I just happened to be all by myself, and by the time I brushed myself off and got myself back going again, a couple of guys caught me, and I had to tell them the story, and they were just beside themselves. It was the best story, and that was we were going up, I guess, Hog Pen. Uh, one of the like hog. You got wolf pen, hog pen. You got oh man, um, all kinds of nasty roads up that way that are just like straight elevation, straight climbing. You know, like, no, no more. But no man, I saw a bear being released, big old giant brown or black bear being released. Um, or at least they were on their way to being released. I'm like, man, y'all are going down the trail to release this thing that I got to go down. And the guy's like, oh, it'll be gone by the time you get there. Don't worry about it. I'm like, man, unless it circles back around for dinner, thinking it wants revenge on you guys, and then all of a sudden I'm the only one there. That was just kind of funny. Because when you're out on these roads on a bicycle, like you're on these gravel roads that are forestry roads, and the only people that are out there are either forest workers or like the occasional tourist, and they stop and talk to you because like what the fuck are you doing? Like I've passed like 7 or 8 guys on bicycles that look just like yours, loaded down with bags all over them. Like what are y'all doing? Like yo man, we're just riding across the state of Georgia through the mountains via all the uh, pristine mountain bike trails that the state of Georgia has. Some of the best in the southeast. Man, I got to get my ass back on a bicycle. I miss that shit. Doing all that stuff, going to races, going to events, competing, just you know, finishing a task like that. What did I miss? I missed something Guy wrote. Gary, I mean breakfast. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't want to eat none of those pigs for breakfast. I hit it, it squealed, I squealed, and it took off. I have never been on a bike person, but when I was in Kenya, we did Mount Kenya on a bike. What? What's the elevation of Mount Kenya? Boom. Damn. Holy shit, Gary. Well, I hope your bike was fitted for you. That would be Wow, that's where you do your survival training. Holy smokes. That's perfect for survival training. That has all the stuff. You've got, wow. Huh, huh. Oh my goodness. Wow, Gary. What? Why were these bicycles issued? Were they mountain bikes issued to you, or was it just like kids' bikes that y'all had to get up, that y'all had to buy from the street? Man, I hope they were fitted. Man, I bet y'all's butts were wore the fuck out. I'm looking at Mount Kenya right now, chat. It don't look. Oof. Yep, I remember those days. I remember those days, Gary. Man, I bet if we put you on a bicycle right now, Gary, you're how old? Are you in your 30s, Gary? Are you in your 30s? You can say barely. You'd still be in your 30s. 38. My dude. My dude. When I was 38 years old, I was doing I was doing a 700-mile race up the East Coast with other messengers, racing from New York City to, the army has destroyed your body. Yoga. Yoga. Look up yoga. Diamond Dallas Page. Arthur Boardman. Look up these people. Arthur Boardman. Matter of fact, you should look up Arthur Boardman. He was a airborne. He was airborne and jacked his back up landing and could like walked with a cane, and after doing yoga and getting his body back, he he was able to run, like sprint. He was able to do crazy, just crazy balance things. Yoga is freaking phenomenal. That's what I need to get back into. I need to get back into doing yoga. Right now, in my head, I could run a marathon, but trying it is a different story. Right? Could you ruck? Could you ruck a marathon? Oh no. Tyrex ran it out to kaboom. Let's see who's on right meow. Boone's doing water park simulator, which is funny. All right, hurry back, Gary. Jax is on. Lucy. Chat, we're gonna raid out. We're gonna raid Lucy. Get your raid chance on. Who gave a sub to Opie's bot? Who gave a sub to Opie's bot? Thank you so much, whoever gave the sub. Thank you, lady. Who gave a sub to Opie's bot? Somebody gave a sub to Opie's bot. Who did that? Was that me? Or was that somebody else? Thank you, whoever did it. Lady goes, not me. Hi, Lizzie. Bye, Sir Lancelot. Bye, Gary. Bye, Jax. Bye, everybody. Bye, all the bots. Raid chance. Get y'all raid chance on.